everybody. It's the Flagrant 3 podcast with Mike and Jay.
Today's Flagrant is brought to you by none other than Draymond Green.
I was wrong for my actions that took place on Wednesday, and for that, I have apologized to my team. I have apologized to Jordan,
family,
and I wanted to take that a step further. Quite frankly, if my mother saw that video, I know how my mother would feel. I know what her I know what her reaction would be, and I know what her next step would be. And so for that, I apologize to his mother and his father.
All right. No, that's enough. Run the punch. Actually, that wasn't a good. Jay, what do you feel on the scale of apology to punch ratio? How do you feel? What was the scale of that? Was it enough for the punch?
Punch is outweighing so drastically.
I feel like the punch is definitely outweighing whatever Draymond just said in that.
That punch was heard around the world. The apology was like in a closet.
Apology was pretty light. I feel like he didn't even think of that before what he was gonna say.
No, it's like heat of the moment thing.
Yeah.
Draymond, you gotta apologize now. It's heavy.
Yeah,
now.
like what would Ant do?
You don't want to know what Ant would do.
But it's been a little bit. New podcast, Flagrant 3,
F3. We here.
You know, changing up a little bit. We got two producers now behind the scenes.
Garrett.
Two brothers,
bros,
Allen bros. Yeah, but
government.
It's
government.
It's a new season. It's been a little minute. We got, Warriors champions. We got Summer League, the draft, Paulo getting taken.
So much
has happened out of control. Kevin Durant asking to leave, not actually leaving.
Not going anywhere.
Just say I was right on that one. Was I right or wrong? Was I right?
You were 200% right.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it. Kyrie signing. What percentage was I when Kyrie signed? What percentage was it again?
I want to say you were 200 on that.
Okay. I appreciate it. But let's get to new. This has been one of the more exciting seasons coming up it feels like more exciting. One of the more exciting seasons it's been in a while. I guess because it was some injuries last year, some teams that we thought would be good
that plays a big factor.
Weren't full of strength that we thought were contenders.
Yep.
Obviously, the Nets were hurt a lot of last year.
The
Clippers, the Nuggets, even street clothes.
My Lakers.
Zion.
He's back.
Zion's
we
back,
got a new man. Zion. A whole new Zion.
I'm excited. I'm excited to watch Zion. I don't know if he's one of my favorite players, but he's one of my favorite players to enjoy to watch.
Yeah.
Like just seeing him move around. Like
I would say, I think about 75% plus of the league enjoys Zion.
Pause.
I think so.
You think so?
I think so.
All right, we'll keep rolling. But let's get right into it. Who are two of your? What are your two favorites in the West?
My two
favorites. Who are the two teams you think going to this season that have the best?
That I like to come out of the West? I'm gonna go with the Memphis Grizzlies.
Memphis Grizzlies.
Yes, I like them a lot.
Okay.
I like them a whole lot.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why I like them. So last year they were overachievers. Nobody saw them coming.
Very far overachievers.
Yep. Nobody saw them coming. This year, I feel like they're a year older, which always helps. They got the same group, and they've been through a lot. Like last year, they went through a whole season together. The playoff run, it ended bad because Ja got hurt.
Yeah.
But as a group, they're
pretty strong even without Ja.
Oh my God, their record without Ja was amazing. But yeah, so I like Memphis.
You like
a
them
lot.
As a Western Conference Finals. You like to see you think Memphis.
I would be not say shocked because the top of the West is kind of deep.
It's tough.
It's
tougher than last year.
Yeah, it is. Definitely is.
Everybody's healthy.
Hey, I actually love that.
But there's no excuses right now. Everybody's healthy.
Speaking of that, the second team would be the Clippers. As much as I hate the Clippers, I have to admit
they're tough.
They're gonna be nasty.
From one to 15, they're
gonna be nasty.
If they can stay healthy.
Well, that's always the key. Yeah,
that's always the key.
Who are you looking at? Top two?
I had the Clippers the same.
Oh, okay.
Just obviously depth wise, and not even just depth, but the level of talent they are like depth wise. Like Terrence Mann, I look at the roster and I was like, is Terrence Mann gonna get minutes? Like it's gonna be a fight
Yeah,
for
it's gonna be a fight. Oh.
They got 12, 13 guys.
BJ, he's looked like
he's probably
improving.
not playing.
He's looked like he's improving. He could fight for minutes.
Like, you know, it's from a night to night, especially on the bench. It's like it's gonna be like a real like who's playing tonight.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I mean, who's ever hot, whoever played good last game, whoever want to play defense, like whatever, like that's who's playing. So that was on my team, and also the Denver Nuggets, man.
Nuggets are deep.
I feel like the Nuggets. I feel like a lot of people aren't giving the Nuggets credit for how good they were last year, with how many injuries and how like thin they were last year.
Yes,
especially depth wise on the bench. Even this year, I mean, they're basically getting 3 starters this year.
Yeah,
like,
Murray, Porter Jr.,
and KCP.
KCP. Yep,
like that's starting 1 through 5.
Team.
Like
yes, that's a nice.
And
team.
I think those 2 guys add
fit.
And defense what they needed from KCP obviously, and Porter's a pretty solid defender. And what's dude play with the Nets? Short.
Brown.
They got Brown too.
Yes.
And that makes sense. He makes sense with Jokic.
Yeah, he does.
His cutting, whatever ability to play the forward, to stretch forward.
Yeah, he loves to slash.
That makes Jokic. He's gonna get a lot of easy buckets. So that was like my 2 teams for that in the West.
What about the East? Who you got?
The East.
I feel like it's kind of close in the East.
Celtics, and the other one was really difficult.
Yeah, the number 2 is difficult.
The Celtics are my favorite, definitely, because especially adding Malcolm Brogdon.
So I guess the answer to this is yes, but you don't feel like losing the coach won't hurt them?
Time will tell. I'm not sure just yet.
Okay, I got you.
I think they're better than last year, talent-wise.
Yes, definitely.
Like,
definitely,
easily.
definitely,
Like,
yeah.
Malcolm Brogdon, adding him coming off the bench, it's like
That's
Brogdon, Smart, Jalen, Tatum, and then you can put either Williams or Horford at the 5. That's serious. Like, especially when you don't have to worry about Marcus Smart handling the ball all the time, and you trust Brogdon a lot more. Like, Brogdon can do his own thing. But yeah, it's them and the Nets. It sucks. It hurts. It sucks even saying that.
Why?
Because it's been untrue so far.
Okay, I'm with you.
Man, what have they done?
Not play together?
It didn't even feel good saying that.
Any variation of them has not played together. It's so crazy.
Like, their win total for Vegas is 50 games, and you feel like they're gonna win more than 50 games?
See, it's always the caveat.
But have they proved it?
Same caveat.
I feel like they should, but
yes,
will
health.
they?
Yes, it's always health.
Will they actually win 50 games? They haven't done it yet.
It's always health.
They haven't done it yet.
See, I have them as one of my faves too,
Okay.
for obvious reasons. But
got
the other
Nets
fave.
Don't say it.
Okay, so
are you really about to say it?
No,
I thought you were about to. I thought you were about to go a little off.
No.
Go there.
This is. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have them. It's the Bucks.
That makes sense.
Most complete team.
That was the team I thought about picking for the Nets, but I just feel like I'm leaning a little bit towards Nets.
Because you figure they would get it together this year.
Eventually, it seems like, right? It seems like eventually this is gonna make sense.
You can't do that 3 years.
It hasn't made sense yet, but eventually it seems like
seems
it makes
impossible.
Sense.
But yeah, I like the Bucks because 1, Giannis.
That makes sense.
2, Middleton and Giannis.
That makes
3,
sense.
Drew, Middleton, and Giannis. Like that's a force.
Look how much they've done so far together. Like, they've been everybody's been healthy. I think the Bucks win the East last year if they're healthy.
Very easily.
Like, the Celtics had a tough time with just Giannis.
Just Giannis.
Struggle 7 games. Like, just Giannis.
Yeah, it's like throw Middleton in there. Yeah, they're going back to the finals.
I think so too. But
what about sleepers? 2 sleepers from each conference. We'll go. East first.
East first.
You can go East. I feel like one of ours is gonna be the same. I don't know why, but I just feel it.
I got the Raptors.
Really?
Raptors are good, man.
I
think I read a stat that says the Raptors have beat their Vegas win total like predictions in like 9 years in a row.
Makes sense.
Except for the year like the year where the bubble where they didn't play in Toronto, where every other year like that 9 years they've beat the win predictions every single time.
When they had to play in Florida,
they just keep outperforming what people think they are. But they did last year. I thought they would be good last year. People were surprised. I'm like, why are you surprised? That's a really good team. Like roster, player for player.
I'm actually shocked.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting them.
Yeah. And I think the Cavs are going to be really
there we go.
good.
I felt it.
I think they're going to be way better than people even realize. I think we'll get more into another podcast, but just talking about, I think the Cavs are going to be really good.
I like the Cavs too.
I definitely would like to go in depth more on another like later on,
just like a solo
about the Cavs.
That'd be nice.
That'd
be real nice.
Their four guys that's serious.
Yeah, I got the Cavs. My other sleeper is the Hawks. I feel like adding Murray next to Trey, they'll be able to do a lot more things.
For real?
Yes. I don't know what they're gonna do with Collins, but I like Murray next to Trey. Because last year they were number one in offense.
That's true.
With just Trey.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like their offense could go to another level with somebody else that can ball handle. And get Trey better looks. Something Trey has not had since he's been in a Hawks uniform. It's been always, you go get it. You go get it. You go get it for everybody. I like that aspect. Then Trey can actually show off, because everybody always compares him to Steph for whatever reason. Well, for obvious reasons, actually. But this year, he could actually show more things that Steph does in his game.
After the way the Hawks got beat up by like a beat up Heat team in the playoffs, I don't really trust
that was a one-man show, though. That makes sense to me in the playoffs.
The Heat weren't even healthy.
Yeah, but the Heat were elite defensively.
They weren't even healthy.
But defensively,
they was killing them. Oladipo was killing them, and he ain't play all season.
I feel like Murray makes a big adjustment.
You think Murray makes that big of a difference?
I think he does.
I kind of lean the other way on the Murray thing. I think Murray's a really good player, but I don't think he's good enough to be the number two.
Number two?
I don't think he's that level of good.
That's interesting.
I think he's more of the Drew Holiday mode of like he's the perfect third guy, but not a guy you just depend on every night.
Oh, he definitely would be perfect.
So they would need. Like I'm a huge DeAndre Hunter fan. I really like as far as what even the playoffs, he was like the best player in that series. He might be the guy that I'm like, not John Collins. I feel like I've seen John Collins enough to I feel like DeAndre Hunter might be the guy. Just can he take another level? He's a really good defender. He can shoot threes well. Can he figure out his handle, his game, getting to his spots, getting to the free throw line, stuff like that? He's the guy I would think like would be, if they're going to be really good, he's like the second best offensive player, scoring wise.
I think right now, if they're depending on him, then they're not going to go that far.
Good. He was the best player. He was the best player in that playoff series
because attention on Trey.
But I'm just saying, still, he was consistent. I mean, it's still going to be attention on Trey. But then so it's going to even be more on with Murray too. So he's going to get. I feel like he'll get even more opportunities.
Well, I think that will happen too.
You know what I'm saying?
More opportunities definitely will happen.
But
disappointments. Somebody you think is going to take a step back this year from each conference. I'll go first. And I don't know why. I was early on this team, like early.
Early?
I was early when they were going to be better than they were.
Oh, we didn't do this. We didn't get to the teams we surprised for the West. We did the East.
Oh, okay. The sleepers?
Yeah, we need the sleepers for the West.
So, what you want to go first? West?
I'll go first. Pelicans. I'm feeling the same way I feel about the Cavs.
We're both there.
The Pelicans. I think the Pelicans are gonna be
we're both
bashing teams. Like if they get going offensively,
definitely both there.
Especially in preseason, what I've seen so far is like, dude, that team, defense and offense, what don't they have? I'm looking all over. Like they got length, they got shooting, they got defense, they got offense, they got Zion. Like I don't like what don't they have besides? And then the playoff experience last year.
Yeah.
Like all those young guys played.
Yeah.
Zion's the only one that didn't play. Yeah. But I mean, he's the person I probably trust the most.
Yeah,
like,
he's the one you don't worry about.
Yeah, I'm not worried about Zion. Yeah. Like Zion's gonna get 30.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And the Mavs.
I kind of felt you were gonna go Mavs, so I'm not that surprised, but yeah, I understand. That's your second team.
Listen.
Oh, I feel a hot take coming on.
Christian Wood.
Oh,
Christian Wood, man.
Here.
Christian Wood,
New podcast,
best
same
season of his
train.
career. Best season of his career. Know what I'm saying?
Is that even saying much?
Best season of his career.
Is that saying much?
I'm talking balling. New contract.
30 points a game?
I ain't gonna say all that. 20.
20.
Oh yeah.
I could see 18 to 20.
Getting 20.
Come
New
off the bench.
contract. $100 million next year. New contract. Balling.
Come off the bench, just get buckets. I can see that.
I'm just saying. I've seen it preseason already. It's looking good. It's looking serious.
Preseason.
AD light.
Oh, we back here again?
AD with threes.
We dragging that to this
80
podcast
light
too?
AD light on offense like a shoot threes.
Oh,
Can AD shoot threes?
why are you doing this to this?
Can AD
man?
shoot threes?
Why are you doing
Can
this?
AD
to
shoot
Christian Wood?
threes?
He can.
When?
He shot 2 for 4
Since
today.
when?
He shot 2 for 4 today. I'm just saying.
We'll see.
I'm just saying.
We'll see. But yeah, that's what your two teams are.
My 2 sleepers in the West are Houston. No.
What? Say it with your chest if you gonna say it.
No,
Red Nation. This is not a test.
Nah, my sleeper in the West. You're actually gonna be surprised about this one.
Okay. I will.
Yeah. You probably wouldn't even think I would pick this team.
Okay.
Los Lakers! We here. We back. 3, 6, 360. We back. I'm a believer.
Listen,
I was on the hinge. I was on the fence last year.
I can't wait to run this back when they're like
360
a
is
12
here.
seed. We're gonna hold this clip.
360 is
When they're a
here.
12 seed, we will run this back.
360
That's how you
is here.
feel.
Lakers.
The highlight of the Lakers bit so far was like Patrick Beverley's Lakers signing clip. That was like the most like, what is this? He did the whole video of him signing. Like,
So we
he
had
a Laker.
we had a game tonight in Golden
Y'all
State,
did.
and I'm convinced.
You convinced? Convinced of what?
Anthony Davis.
Did Anthony Davis play last game?
The game before last.
Yeah,
No.
why didn't he play, Jerry?
He wanted to rest. We had to rest him.
Why he wanted to rest?
We didn't want to have him playing 4 games in 5 nights. I don't know who made that
Something
schedule.
was
Who does
sore.
that in the preseason?
All right,
Sore back. Preseason.
we'll see.
He dropped 24 in like 20 minutes today. No,
That's cute.
28. I'm sorry. 28 in 20 minutes. A little light
Listen,
work.
man,
He's back.
he just warming up.
He is warming up.
I know. Warming up them clothes. They waiting for him.
That is crazy. I have no comeback.
Wear
for
me,
that.
AD. You ain't wore me yet. He got all kinds of new fits he ain't showed off on the bench.
It's
He got all kinds of fits. He got
I
a whole.
hate that
he got a
name
whole
is good.
He got a whole stylist just to
Charles
sit on
Barkley,
the bench.
man.
He got a whole stylist just to like. So what you sit? What you giving him today,
That
AD?
nickname is so good.
Yo, listen, crazy. What? That's a good.
More.
How many fit? What's your over under on the fits? What's the over under on fits?
Over under on
Ben
Anthony
Simmons
Davis
last
fits.
year went crazy.
Give me a
My
number. Give me
God.
a number. Let me see if I'm on.
20?
If I'm taking 20.
You think he gonna have 20 fits this year? I'm going with the over 20.
20.
I think he's going over 20
82
fits.
games.
Over 20 bench fits.
So that
Bench
means he has to
fits
play
this year.
62 games at least. You know
The
what?
fit master.
He said this year he wants to shoot for 82. I'm going under.
Under what?
Under 20 fits.
Oh, really?
Under.
Oh, wow. We gonna keep track of this.
Just drop it in the middle.
We gonna keep track of all these fits. Every time he sits out, we will keep track of this, Jerry.
That's fine.
I think 20. I think if AD plays 62 games, that's like a prayer. Like a prayer was answered.
Hey, he said he wants to shoot for 82.
AD's wanted to shoot for a lot of stuff. He wanted to shoot for what? Game 6 in the playoffs a couple years ago. He ain't make it, did he? No.
He was out there.
He shot for it.
A little hobbled.
It was done.
He wanted to shoot well from 3 last year.
He had a wrist injury. Hey,
All these excuses.
new year, new pod, new
Jerry,
AD.
when has he not been injured?
We are here. Which camera am I in? We, Los Lakers, are here. Aquí.
I'm locked in.
Yo
We are
también.
locked in. We locked in as a F3 family.
We are locked in. as a
I'm all the
family.
way locked in. I can't wait.
Russ, you that guy. You still him. 9 seed? Where's that bag emoji? Where that bag emoji? Where
What
it
you
dropping
got, Jerry? What you got?
from? What should I reach for the
where
bag
they at?
emoji? 9 seed? Give me a bet for 9 seed. I'll take that right now. Right now. I'm looking at top 6. Make some little noise, you know, a little rattle in the playoffs, you know. You don't believe.
Listen, they are the playoff champs. They've done this. They've only been in the play-in since it's been here. That's what they do.
We literally have.
Listen,
Wait, no, we didn't. We wouldn't play in for the bubble.
I think y'all are strong.
No, we beat the Blazers.
I think y'all are strong. I think y'all are strong A seed
this year.
Yeah, strong A seed, super strong. Yeah,
top 8,
strong seed, strong A seed.
Give me that 9 seed bet.
Y'all like a scary A seed. Like the Lakers. They could win. They could beat the number 1 team. Y'all, that's y'all.
Scary 3 seed.
That's y'all. Like, we don't want to face the Lakers this year.
Exactly.
And then cleaning y'all up, trash ass.
Just show me the bags. Show me the bags. That's all I ask. Show me the bags.
The money bag.
Money bag.
Money bag, Jerry.
I don't know where it's falling from, but I feel like it's Trey's. It's coming out of Trey's hand.
Top 3.
Hey, give it time. Give it time. This is episode 1. We'll get there.
So, like in the West, Jerry, what did we already go over? We already went over players.
No, we have not done players.
Okay, what players are you looking? What players you looking forward to watching? Like, what 3 players you looking forward to watching in the West?
Oh, in the West. Okay.
Like, what guys you looking forward to? Like
in the West. Okay.
For whatever reason it may be. Like,
okay, so I won't put them in categories, but one of the guys is Houston's very own Jalen Green.
Okay.
I'm looking to see what he does in year 2. Because, okay, so he's one of my sons, NBA sons, for the new fans. And I think he's going to take a leap.
A leap?
I don't know how
just
big
like
of
a leap. Like, he'll look better. He won't look as...
I can see next to his points per game, there's a 20 or more next to it.
That seems plausible.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
I'd feel the way if he didn't score 20-something points.
So, like, it's expected.
They'd be like, what's going on?
So, I'm ready to see how that looks. Like, I think I know what it looks like, but I want to actually see it play out.
Okay.
That's one of my guys. Do you want me to list
them
all? Okay, so I got Jalen. It's going to be Sun heavy. Number 2 is Ja.
All right.
Because I expect them to be a really good team this year, so I want to see how...
You think he can be even better than he was last year?
Yes, I do actually. I think this year...
27 points a game? Like, Ja was really amazing. Ja was amazing last year.
I think this year he'll have more of a chance because last year I feel like, I don't know, maybe just the timing was off and his injuries. It'd be more in the MVP conversation.
True.
So I like Ja a lot.
All right.
My 3rd guy plus 2 rookies. One of my rookies in the
you ain't got the end of 3rd guy yet.
Okay, I'm thinking of the 3rd guy. Actually, let me just look at the 3rd guy. What am I doing?
Look at your notes. Do your work.
My 3rd guy is Zion.
That makes sense.
I feel like he is another one that would be in the MVP conversation. This might actually be his first time, right?
Yeah, the team's never been good enough.
Yeah, this is gonna be his first time.
He's never been good enough. The team's never been good enough.
Yeah,
for the most part. He's been good enough, but the team has.
Those are my 3 guys that I'm really like locked in for the West. Okay. And then the 2 rookies would be the guy you put me on. I had no clue about him originally. Sharp with the Blazers. I just watched his preseason game.
Saw that game?
Just like you got hooked on.
Saw the other game the other night?
I was like, okay.
It's like...
I finally get to see him against competition.
It's like... I don't know. He just looks a little different on the court. Like, he don't look like a regular, like, athletic, the way he moves.
Really effortlessly.
Like, very effortlessly. Jumping, shooting, moving. It's like, damn, like, you just look different than everybody else in the court.
I'm going to be watching a lot more Blazers games this year. A lot more.
I think the only thing with him is it's going to really depend on how good the Blazers are, whether he's going to play a lot or not. Because he's probably not going to play in their starting rotation to start off the year. I don't think so.
Oh, you don't think he'll make the rotation?
I don't think so. The Blazers are trying to win.
I feel like they would put him in the rotation.
The Blazers are trying to win for whatever reason.
I don't understand that one.
Well, might as well. They're trying to win. They just paid Simons. They went and got Grant. They repaid. They paid what's the center name? Nurkic. They gave Dame $80 million a year. That's not true. 60.
A lot more.
Yo, after you get above 50, it's a lot of money. It's all a lot. But
Generational, yes.
I mean, they signed Gary Payton Jr.
Oh yeah, they did.
They got Josh Hart. You know, Josh Hart is a baller. I always like Josh Hart. You didn't like Josh Hart with the Lakers.
No,
I feel like you dogged him.
I never dogged him.
Nah, you said you really didn't like Josh. I remember I was like, I like Josh. Josh Hart is a really good player.
No, I didn't think that he could help us win. That was the problem.
Josh Hart is the winning player, though. He plays winning basketball.
He wouldn't have worked for us. Right. It just wasn't. The timing was bad. Right. He's gotten a lot.
But Russ will work for y'all.
Next to LeBron and AD, yeah.
Right. Let me get my three guys up. Zion again. We keep
I'll get my last guy. Dyson Daniels, Zion's teammate, rookie.
I don't think he's gonna play.
I don't think he's gonna play that much.
They don't have enough.
I'm be interested.
They don't have enough minutes.
He's one of the guys I want to see when he does play.
Jerry, he's not stepping on that court this year.
I feel like he'll get minutes.
Jerry, the Pelicans have no Devontae Graham and Alvarado coming off the bench at guard. And then they have Nance at forward. Then they have Trey Murphy at forward off the bench. They have Jackson Hayes. Well, they have no room. They have no room for another guy. He would have to be just really, really, really good,
or somebody get injured.
That too. But I'm just saying in general, like starting off, there's no room.
No, I don't expect him.
Especially in the team, they're trying to for real win. They ain't got time. Like this is the year. This is a make or break for them.
I could see him getting run. Not like crazy.
I don't think, especially since he's not really polished to begin with. He's not somebody I would even expect to like. You can just throw him in the fire.
I wouldn't mind watching him on the G League. Do they have a G League affiliate? I'm not sure. I don't think they have one actually.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's like on the G League or somewhere.
Your 5 guys most interested to watch this year.
I got Zion. We keep doing the Zion thing.
It's Zion.
Yeah, this is a Zion. This is a Zion centric podcast. Like we are pro Zion. We are pro Zion. One day we'll go to New Orleans as a crew. But
one day soon, very soon.
It depends. Like some people want to make it a family trip, but you know.
Producer Dre.
Can't believe you did that. He snuck us with that one. But Zion, Jamal Murray. I feel like the last we saw him playing well, he was playing at an all-star level. I think he was playing really good. It was like it was on the way up as far as stock and where you see him at. And he's been going for a long time. And it's just Jokic is playing like the best player in the NBA, and we're like, hey, Murray, can you be good enough to be like the number 2 for him? Can you he needs help? Like who's gonna be that guy? Can you actually be the all-star, all NBA level guy that like Jokic needs to like take that team to, because he's already at the next level. He's like he's amazing, but to take the team to the next level, I think he has to be like all-star, all NBA level.
Really?
For the team to be, he has to be that good. I'm talking, he needs to be like, he ain't necessarily got to be bubble Jamal Murray because but he has to be like, hey, Jamal, we need like 25 points every night, 24 every night, 20. We need like on that level, and you're like killing it. You know what I'm saying? I think they really need that.
I figure they wouldn't need that much because of the new guys and Porter. As far as scoring goes,
Jamal Murray has to arrive this year. I think really like, he's on that level when you think of like top point guards. He's good, but people don't think of him probably in that.
No.
He has to get this is a make or break year. Jokic is 27 now. Time is ticking.
That sucks.
Time is ticking
like that. That's crazy.
Hey man, time is ticking. He 2 MVPs in a row. Listen, help the man out. Big Honey.
It's time to start winning for real.
Help Big Honey out.
Big Honey.
Big Honey.
Is that his nickname?
That's his nickname, Big Honey.
Soft nickname for a big guy.
Hey, you ain't saying that when he giving you 30, 18, and 12.
I wouldn't say it to him in general.
Uh-huh. But and my last guy, camera, Christian Wood, man. I'm back. Listen, I believe in Wood. No.
Oh, it's getting real flagrant in here.
Jerry. I respect Wood. Trey, you respect Wood?
Oh, you all the way out?
We got a non-believer in this motherfucker.
Oh yeah, producer Trey.
We got a non-believer in this motherfucker. Listen, I'm not off the Wood train yet. Wood and Luka. Luka and Wood. It's gonna be magic.
They need a nickname.
And not Orlando Magic. Walt Disney Magic.
Championship?
I ain't say all that.
You said Magic.
No, I ain't say all that.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying Christian Wood and Luka is gonna be
Just two ball huggers. I mean, two guys playing off each other.
or whatever you want to say. Whatever you listen. It's gonna be a lot of dunking. It's gonna be a lot of threes.
A lot of wins.
Listen, it's gonna be amazing.
You hope he plays?
Yeah, he might get mad and not want to go in.
I wouldn't want to play for that trash ass team last year either. I would have been like, yo, trade me. Listen, I love the Rockets, but that was rough. But yeah, Christian Wood. My two rookies. Who did I have? Keegan Murray, Kings. I feel like the Kings want to compete. The Kings always want to compete. Why they want to compete, I don't know.
Never makes sense.
They want to be good though. And I feel like they actually have a decent roster this year. I'm not mad at the roster. From like point guard starting with Fox to Keegan to Harrison Barnes to Sabonis, even Herter, Mitchell off the bench, Monk. They got Monk off the bench too. They actually have a this is their most solid team actually in a while.
But why?
Anyways, and I feel like if they're gonna be good, they're gonna need Keegan Murray to be actually like if they're gonna listen. We're not talking like 6 seed. We're talking like play in. If the Kings get a play in, they're gonna hang a banner up. Like it's going down.
I believe it. I believe
it's going
it.
down. You remember Patrick Beverly got on us and like cried? That's gonna be De'Aaron Fox. Like
the whole city.
Yeah, that's gonna be De'Aaron Fox in April. Like tears.
How long has it been?
Huh?
Ooh.
18?
That's a trivia
19?
right there.
Something like that. I know the Mariners
are working on
the
20.
Mariners just like got to the playoffs, so now it's just the Kings by themselves.
They're like this close to 20.
You can take that trivia, 20 and 18?
I think it's 18.
No. I'm saying it's close to 20. It's very close.
Give me exact.
I think it's
17 or
but
18.
It might be 19. I think it's 18.
This might be 19 if they miss again.
They're gonna miss.
They're missing. We know they're missing.
They gonna miss.
Make it 19.
Damn Kings, man.
The last made it was 0506.
Was that 17?
We're in 2022, 2023, so that's like 17 years. Yeah. Jeez.
Stinky guys. Chris Webber is not walking through that door.
Yeah,
Question
man.
number 2, who was on that team?
Paige Stojakovic is not walking through that door.
Who was on that team? That was like the last
Vlade
remnants of
Divac
it.
is not. Vlade
So I'm
Divac,
thinking like
Mike Bibby.
No, that wasn't. Vlade
Paige-
Divac was not on that team, bro.
05?
No.
Oh, this is probably Bundy.
That was the last
Bundy?
little bit. I know
The
Brad
last little
Miller
bit.
was on that
Brad
team.
Miller.
Kevin Martin was on that team. Kevin Martin was on
I feel like
that
Bundy
last-
was on that team.
I don't know if Bonds. I know Kevin Martin was on that team. He was on the last remnants of that team.
Martin check.
Was Gerald Wallace on that team?
Brad Miller check.
Yeah, Gerald Wallace had to be
Was
there.
Gerald Wallace on? He was traded already. Was it the Bobcats already?
Oh, he was a Bobcat.
Gerald Wallace. He wasn't.
Was it? He had to be there 03, 04 then.
He was with the earlier.
Oh yeah, no, he was like 02.
Mike Bibby.
He was like 02.
Yeah, Mike Bibby.
It might Bibby. That they didn't make the playoffs without Mike Bibby. So
Another ex-Rocket, small forward.
Garcia.
There you go.
Okay. Dang.
Francisco. Oh, this
He
is
was like a
after
rookie
the-
or something. He was like probably a rookie.
This
from
is
there.
what pre T-Mac or post T-Mac
That
trade
was-
actually.
The T-Mac was still here.
No,
that
it
was
was
like in the T-Mac.
They got traded for T-Mac to come.
Oh, yeah,
to
yeah,
UCF.
yeah.
I think the last main guy,
I can't really think.
Bonzi is on there. And
I thought Bonzi
Bobby
was
Jackson.
there.
Bobby Jackson was on there. Ron Artest.
No,
Bobby
Bobby was
Bobby-
early.
Oh, Bobby was in
Bonzi.
the Rockets at the time, wasn't he? Bobby went to the Rockets yet by that time? Or
He
was
probably
it-
retired by then.
No, Bobby
05?
played with the Rockets
By
after that.
05 though.
Oh, I don't
He
know.
might have been
I
out
think
the
he was
league by
retired
then.
by then. But anyways, King's gonna King. And,
won't be King.
My second rookie is Houston's own Jabari Smith, man.
Really?
Listen, man,
I thought you was going for your son.
No, Ty's my guy. But as far as, taking guy number 3, like the expectations, I just want to I'm curious what Jabari's going to do. I think defensively he's going to be good. He's going to be good defensively. That's not going to be a problem. Like he's going to be good defensively. He's going to play hard, all that kind of stuff. But just what he's going to do offensively, just getting used to the game, like how consistent will he be? I'm curious to see that.
Like that one?
Yeah.
I'll be watching him too, alongside my son.
Listen, man. I be that. Listen, we got 2 guys on the same team because I got Tari. Tari's my guy.
And Trey got like 15 more on the same team.
Mason Jones.
Bum Rockets.
I asked a question.
Mason Jones.
I just asked a question.
How good can he
How
be?
good can he be?
What team he on now?
He's a Laker
in the
G
Summer
League
League.
affiliate.
He's in the Summer League last
Ball
time.
hogging. He was on our
Didn't he
Vegas.
get minutes
He
somebody
was on
last
our
year?
he was on our Vegas team.
Didn't he get minutes to somebody last
Yeah, with the
season?
Lakers, the G League.
I thought he got minutes with like real minutes
No,
with
no,
somebody.
no, not an NBA
Yeah?
team. He's on G League.
Oh, how good can he be?
G
I need
League.
a Mason Jones. How good can he be? Shirt. That's pretty funny.
That'd be amazing.
Okay.
Eastern
it
Conference.
East?
Yeah.
Want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay.
So, my first pick,
Okay.
my new adopted son, Ben Simmons. He finally has everything we've been saying he needs to be the best version of himself. What is that?
I don't know.
Shooters. Give Ben Simmons shooters and get out the way. He's gonna make plays. See, I'm not looking for him to score that much because like that's not what he enjoys doing that much.
Likely.
Trey Young got up close to that. But I do expect him to play really, really well this year. Especially like after everybody's like written him off, doubting that he still has anything, doubting his mentals. I think he's actually gonna have a good season.
Jay, I don't give a fuck about Ben Simmons, man.
Oh, that's your ex-son. We know.
I don't.
We know.
We've seen. I've seen enough.
You've thrown him to the side, literally,
I don't even know who you're talking about.
for another son.
I don't even know this man.
We need a segment of Ben Who.
Wallace. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yo.
Gordon.
Macklemore. Stiller.
Yo, Chuck.
Franklin.
Come on, dog.
Benjamin. Yo, chill. No Ben jokes. That's my son. I gotta take over for him now. But I think he's gonna have a good season. He's number one on the list. And he's playing with my two of my faves, KD and Kyrie. So he gets extra points. Number 2 would be LaMelo.
Okay.
I think he by force he's gonna have to take a step up in aggression and scoring because
Okay.
Bridges won't be there probably for a good while. But
Won't be there for a
He
while.
won't be
Like
there.
never.
he
Like
won't be
you-
there.
Never in a jersey again.
So I
Like,
feel
that's
like
a wrap,
he's
buddy.
gonna have more responsibility to be a scorer,
Okay.
which is something we always talk about him and Lonzo, like the
Mhm.
differences. I feel like last year he was kind of reverting to more Lonzo than his usual self.
Mhm.
It could have just been the way the team was set up and what the coach was asking of him. But I think this year he'll be a lot more aggressive on offense.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to watching LaMelo this year again.
Okay.
He's one of my faves. And then my third guy, we talked about him a little bit earlier, DeJounte.
Oh.
Next to
Okay.
Trey.
That's interesting.
I really think they're gonna look really good together
That's interesting.
as a duo. And the Hawks will be better for it. So my 2 rookies out of the East. This one was tough. Not that many rookies that are like
It was tough. We had that whole conversation. It was like, who are the rookies in the
Who's
East
gonna
we
get
even want to
minutes?
watch? Like, who's,
Who's
going
gonna
to play?
So one of my guys, I don't think he's gonna really play too, if ever in the NBA this season, unless like injuries, blowouts. Terry for the Chicago Bulls. I think he's a really good player,
Mhm.
but he's just like really young and like his body just isn't NBA ready
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
But I think he's a really good player.
No,
I've been
I
watching
like him
since-
too. Actually, he has a lot of skills. He's 6'7", can handle the
Yeah.
ball, play point guard.
Big guard.
It's just about him just kind of figuring out the game. But
Yeah.
I think he could be a good player, even maybe sooner than later. I think so.
So I got him, and then I feel like this guy's gonna be, I would say, top 3 in rookies this year. He's gonna be fighting for a rookie of the year.
Mhm.
Jaden Ivey, Pistons.
Okay.
In college, it's like we always go through this. Some guys, their games just fit better in the NBA than in college.
I think the game
he's-
is obviously
I
you
think
know
he's
more
one of those
open in the
guys.
NBA with more space.
He's definitely one of those guys.
That's officially Creation's son.
Jay Ivey's
Jaden?
Kanisha's son.
Oh, okay,
Okay,
that's cool.
That
That's
that makes sense.
I'm ready to watch him
that
play.
makes sense.
Him and Cade together. Oh my god,
That's nice.
I'm out. I'm
What
ready.
about Sadiq Bey?
Sadiq Bey is pretty good. Yeah. The interesting one is Bogdanovic. That looks so weird. Seeing all of them with him in the lineup.
It makes
like,
sense though. Well, he's like older, obviously.
Yeah, it's like what
Listen,
what is
man,
happening
the
here?
Pistons trying to win.
You think so?
They didn't trade for Bogdanovic just to like not be good. They didn't have to do that.
I honestly feel like they grabbed him for nothing to potentially get somebody else to give him something later.
I think that's if they're not good, but they actually like. We think Kate is good. We think Bey is good. We think Bogdanovic will help this young team a lot.
I do.
In the East, getting the 10th or 9th seed in the East isn't like.
I only say this.
Who's in their way? Like it ain't crazy.
Say this as it pertains
the
to
Wizards,
the Pistons, and the Kings because there's a prize.
They've
at the end of this season.
done those things a lot. So like, why are y'all competing?
But there's a prize at the end of this season that's like
it is.
Everybody not named like maybe 4 teams really should be going after that prize. It's like,
well, they might, but they might. You know how teams start off early, and depending how good or how
goes,
bad.
First couple
if you
months,
start off bad, then it's like, all right, throw the season
throw
away. Hey, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, you're never playing again. You might never. He might never. He hasn't played in 2 years, man. What's going on? Like he hasn't played.
I seen him on an injury report the other day.
Never played.
It said knee, Wembanyama. You know how like whenever they do the injury report, they give you in quotations the reason. The reason was his knee, and then the second reason was Wembanyama.
For real, straight up.
He's the number 1 pick for next year.
No, straight up.
So yeah.
But no, I think they're trying to gauge like we might be good, but if we're not good, then all right, we can trade them. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody else on their team is still pretty young.
Yeah,
they're pretty youthful in general. Like their core anyways is like pretty young.
Yeah,
but I think that could help though. You know what I'm saying? I think he could be their.
He'll be useful.
He could be their EG.
He'll be
like with just better team around than last year, whatever that was. Yeah, it was rough.
Thank you, Rockets. I love it.
It was rough, man. For the East, I got Donovan Mitchell, man. For the guys, I'm looking forward to seeing him. I feel like he's gotten a really bad rep in the past couple years, especially after last year in the playoffs. People are just acting like Donovan Mitchell isn't like really good on offense.
Definitely really good.
He's not. Like, he's top 5 in playoff scoring, like
all time. Yeah,
He's played over 20-something games. Like he's played a lot of games. It isn't like a few games. Like, Donovan Mitchell on offense is really good. Like he's the reason the Jazz were good on offense.
Yeah, and
they were a really good offensive team. Like it wasn't Bogdanovic or Mike Conley necessarily. They were okay.
Definitely was not Rudy.
It wasn't like those guys. It was like Donovan Mitchell is amazing. Conley. And just seeing him with Garland, another like playmaker in their prime, not Mike Conley on like the tail end of it.
Yeah, that's how I feel about the Hawks. And the Cavs got more around them.
And even playing, with Allen, Mobley, even Kevin Love, and like so I think they're going to be really good. I'm looking forward to see Mitchell kind of like shut people up. Like, hey, like I'm still really good.
He's definitely gonna try.
And the second guy, Evan Mobley. Like, we're on all Cavs.
That's your son too.
Evan Mobley.
Got the whole squad.
Listen, man. I'm all
locked in on Cavs.
I'm all in on Evan Mobley, man. I'm all in. I'm in, man.
All time great. Downloading.
Give me half a season. I'll get back to you on that one. I think it's there though. It's like him on defense.
Defensively, I see it.
Defensively, it's like, dude, he's 19, like, and he's like guarding on the perimeter, and there's nowhere to go. Like, that's not normal. And now, of course, when his body fills up, I think offensively, it's just about him being more aggressive. Mm-hmm. Like in that Rockets game where it was no Garland and it was no Sexton, it was no Love. Like he scored 28 points. They couldn't stop him. He did whatever. Turnaround, jumpers, layups, hook shots, pick and roll, rebounds. Like, oh, like this guy, and he's 7 foot.
He definitely got it.
I don't know necessarily it's going to be like a huge scoring jump because obviously the team they have with Garland and they have
Mitchell,
so he might not necessarily need to do that, but he could be like even better. But I wouldn't be surprised if like halfway through the season it's like, oh, he's the best player on the team. Like he's that good.
Best player on the team.
I think maybe not this year, but very soon he's
With
going to be
Mitchell
the best.
right there.
He's going to be the best player on the team. He's that. I think he's
Halfway
that.
through the season.
I think he's that.
Wow.
I wouldn't be surprised, but I think within the next couple of years he will be the best player on the team.
Interesting.
Like better than Garland, better than Mitchell. He's that good. Like he's that good. The offensive potential is there. It's just a matter of when. But it is shooting, the shooting, the passing, like the post up stuff, the off the dribble, shooting jumpers. It's like this guy is skilled. It's just a matter of like when it all just happens. Yeah. Like could happen sooner, could happen later. You never know. But my third guy, Trey. PI. James Harden.
What? Are you watching for the right reasons?
50-50, man. I just think the Sixers, they have a pretty good team.
They do.
They're gonna go as far as how good James Harden is.
How good he looks.
Joel Embiid is amazing. Joel Embiid in preseason looked amazing. I'm like, dang, has he gotten better? I was like, Joel Embiid looks like he's even in better shape. He's moving great. Maxey looks really good. Maxey is balling. I'm like,
that guy's such a blur.
Tobias Harris, 13
they have pieces.
13 to 20 points a game every night. You go get that, pieces. Like, PJ this year. Trey's guy, Daniel House.
There's a lot of Trey guys on this team.
It is a lot of Trey guys on this team.
Looking like the Philadelphia Rockets.
Horny House.
Horny House is back.
Horny House.
He out that Utah dungeon.
Yeah, everybody try to get out of there. Like, hey, man, I don't want to be here no more. Like,
I'm hoping Vic don't.
It's crazy, man.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's mad over here. Hey, bleep that out. We not getting canceled.
Day one.
But no, I just think just in general, like that team is really good. Like if James Harden is 2 years ago, James Harden good, like just if he's getting 22, 10 and whatever,
but he can turn it on whenever,
and not just hoping the ball comes back to him in the playoff games. Dear God, I have never heard a player of like that talent say something of just like, well, the ball just get back, just wasn't coming back to me. What? We are losing. We are just going to go home. We about to go to Cancun. And he said that like if he can just find a way to not be that guy, then they're the team in the East. If it depends on James Harden though, and
yeah, it does. Depend.
At this point in life, that hasn't been a real dependable thing in the playoff time.
At
regular season, maybe best player ever. I don't know. Who knows? But postseason, not so much. Not so much. And rookies, Ben Mathurin is a guy I really liked. I think the Pacers will suck. They have no reason to want to win. Like, for what? They'll probably trade Hield or Turner or both. And I think eventually he's going to get a chance to play, especially being drafted so high. He was like I know he's a top 10. He was like 8 or
number 6, I believe.
Something like that. He was super high. And I like his game a lot. He's one of the guys, he's a little Shaedon Sharpers.
Mm-hmm.
Like just like when you see his combination of shooting, dribbling, athleticism, it's like
strength too.
Like
pretty strong.
At 6'6", like, and he's got what Trey likes. He's got that extra. He's got that extra. Like he's the type of person, he's gonna let you know, he's gonna yell, he's gonna like he got that energy. He plays with that. Like swag, also too. Like, he's got swag. I like him a lot. And
I thought you was gonna say yellow jerseys.
Oh.
Something Trey likes.
The Pacers do play with yellow jerseys. Maybe that is Trey's son.
That may be Trey's son.
Trey's.
Rookies.
Paulo.
I knew it was coming. It was a matter of time. You've been on that train for like what, a year and a half?
The magic word too. Apparently, motherfuckers ain't tell us. Just hid it from the world. You know.
I'm gonna be watching Paulo too.
It sucks seeing my guy on another team.
He was this close to being a Rocket.
Bro, I was gonna buy that jersey like that day.
That night.
I was locked in. I was all the way locked in.
That was amazing. I remember where I was when that happened. That was that good.
But that hurt me. I remember last time. I can't remember the last time I've been like that disappointed watching the draft. Just like I thought I was getting Paolo. I was all in. I wanted Paolo over the other two for the most part to begin with.
Shout out to Orlando Magic.
Didn't even. I feel like that's never been done. A player not work out for the team and go number one.
Shout out Orlando Magic.
What is that? Like they fooled all of us, and they was
Everybody.
like, and what I remember, I listened to
Hours
the,
before.
I listened to the podcast. The GM went on the Ryan Russillo podcast, and he was like, we had all the film and the metrics we used, all the stuff. He fit all the stuff. He was at the highest level, all the stuff. We didn't need to see anymore. And I'm like, what? They was like, yeah, like they saw everything they needed to see.
Makes sense.
And was like, what? Like I've never. I feel like that's never happened.
Probably hasn't. I would assume no.
The number one pick didn't actually take a visit.
Out, yeah.
But the other two guys did.
They kept that under wraps extremely well.
The only thing I'm not mad about is that I do have a soft spot for the Magic. Just living out there for a while. I went to a lot of Magic games, so that's kind of like a team. Like I want them to do well. So it's like at least it's a nice place.
I'm glad they stuck it to the Rockets.
At least we got. Yeah, what you trying
You
to say?
did?
Yeah, we got motherfucking Tari.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what he was talking about though.
Bleep all that out, man. I'm cussing a lot in the Flagrant 3 podcast.
Y'all got an all-time great on y'all hands.
Tari Eason.
Our Jabari.
And we got a WNBA player.
Flagrant.
Bleep that out too.
Hey yo. Hey yo.
No, that we
Hey yo.
definitely bleep that part out.
Whoa.
Especially if we might get a rocker on the podcast.
Hey, come on, chill.
Hey, super yo.
Hey,
oh my god.
Wow. That's good
Sheesh.
too.
There's a lot of bleeping.
Oh,
God dang.
Nah, bro, that's crazy. I always get bleeped out. I'm not bleeping nothing.
Hey, yo, no, there's definitely two things that need to be bleeped out for sure.
Oh, man.
The Utah joke needs to be bleeped out. We not doing that.
Just bleep him saying that word. It works.
Yeah. But
So let's go to disappointments. Just one team on this one though. So one team you think is gonna underachieve based off either hype
in the West,
in both conferences. You can go West first.
Lakers.
Though. Those Lakers.
Lakers.
Okay.
That was easy. I don't even know what you wanted from me.
Lakers.
360. Ooh, I feel ooh, it's gonna be even. It's gonna be Jerry.
10 seed.
Has there like you've watched movies, right? Like you've watched like movies that had like, multiple movies, like the part 2, part 3.
Like trilogies.
Which movie which series do you think the second movie was better than the first one?
Ooh, that's a tough.
I know, right? That's a good question, right?
That's a very good question. But there are some.
Which ones you got?
A lot of people think Godfather.
I never seen it.
I've never seen it either, but I've heard it a lot.
Little 2's better than Dr.
Ooh.
Sister Act 2 is better than
Ooh,
Sister Act
amazing.
I think
one.
Bad Boys
Yes.
2 is better than Bad Boys 1.
1. Bad Boys 2 is better than Bad Boys.
It's kind of close,
I
but
think Hangover does have an argument.
That's rough.
It's an argument.
I don't know.
That's rough. The first one is
Hangover 1 is
Two
really
pretty
good.
crazy.
Rush Hour 2 is better than Rush Hour.
Rush Hour 2 is
Yeah,
better than
that's
Rush
another
Hour
one.
1.
I stand on that.
Rush Hour 2. Rush Hour 2 is better than
that
Rush
is
Hour
another
1.
one.
I'm saying.
you know what else? Oh no, you know what else? 360 part 2. It's gonna be better than the first.
No, I would just bring it up as just sequels they think is better.
360.
Well, I do think
Bar is very low.
I do think 360 is gonna be
Yeah.
I do think 360 is gonna be better, but not in the way you think. I think it's
10 seed? 10? No play in?
11th?
Lottery team again?
Show me the money. Show me the money.
What if the Lakers get the number 1 pick and it goes to the Pelicans? Jerry, I will lose my mind.
I would lose my mind too. Oh my
I
God.
kind of lost my mind last
That-
year because
that
it was
is-
funny.
Might not be able to take that.
That is the worst case scenario of this entire season.
Jerry, oh my, that is.
That is the absolute
I
worst.
wish
of
the
this.
Rockets could win the finals this year, but that's not obviously possible. But the Lakers getting the number 1 pick, like people getting hurt, very possible. LeBron just being old, Russ being Russ, AD street clothes fits,
That's all possible.
and the Lakers just ended up with the worst record to get Wembanyama, and they hand it
Way more
and they hand it over to the Pelicans on
Way more
like that
possible
night.
than
And
what?
it's just like And the Pelicans just won like 55 games, and they're just like, oh, we get this guy too, is Zion? Bro.
That is insane.
Wembanyama and Zion? Oh my God, bro. I feel like
I'm not even going to think of that.
I feel like I gotta move to New Orleans and try to go to every game. Like, that'd be like the most amazing thing ever.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
What?
No, that would not be. Because
For reasons.
we would have lost.
Oh my God, yes. It would have been all bad. Clutch, everything burned to hell. Like, everything
exactly. I was
over.
just about to say, burn it all.
Should have got John
Burn it
Wall.
all. Forget John Wall. No, I would.
Russ over John Wall. It's still Russ over John
We
Wall.
just wanted a first.
It's still Russ over John Wall.
Y'all wanted a first for a coach. Get out of here.
It's still Russ over John Wall.
Yes.
All right, we'll keep track of that.
Still is.
We'll keep track of that. But
Clippers, stand up.
I feel like
Clipper
that was- I feel
Nation?
like- what?
I got one team. Oh, did you go east?
Oh, you didn't take your team. Oh, the East. Oh, do your West first.
Okay, my West team is going to be the Phoenix Suns.
That would have probably been the second team I picked too.
I think they're about to go down the river,
You don't believe in
crash and
you
burn.
don't believe in David Duncan?
It's not a matter of David Duncan anymore.
Because that was your guy.
I wouldn't say he was my guy either.
You
I
was
would
on him.
not say
You and Trey. I was
I've
like,
never been on
David
him.
Duncan he could be anything.
we just always asked if you got rid of DeAndre Ayton, what were you going to replace him with? You
I don't
gave
know.
me McGee. I said no. I forgot who else you gave me.
It was for the money purposes. Them
But
paying DeAndre
none-
Ayton
I hadn't heard an
130 million.
option.
I don't know.
I hadn't heard an option that
paying
worked for me.
DeAndre Ayton 130 million to not play in a game 7 to like that. I don't know. I just not really feeling
I'd
it.
rather pay him than have to bank on McGee.
The bank isn't on McGee, Jerry. That's the whole point of the conversation, though. It's not on McGee. JaVale McGee makes $5 million.
Yeah, but you're not gonna get that trade off in a realistic scenario. That was my only thing.
I'd rather put that money elsewhere because obviously DeAndre
But I
Ayton
think
didn't prove it.
I think their problem is internal.
You think it's
and
internal?
I don't think it's fixed.
You think it's internal?
I don't think it can be fixed. No,
What you mean internal?
like player to coach type thing.
So Monty just isn't good enough coach.
No, player to coach relationship. DeAndre relationship with the coach. DeAndre's relationship with
It's
the front
almost
office.
like everybody with the team wasn't necessarily sticking up for DeAndre Ayton. They was
I don't
kind of
know if
like they weren't really like taking up for him. They was kind of like you had a bad attitude and you was tripping. Like nobody
which makes that dynamic even worse. I feel like that locker room.
All right,
just feels
DeAndre Ayton,
shaky.
play better. Do better. Game 7. You were useless.
I mean,
You
that
stunk.
whole team was useless. If we're
No,
gonna be
but you
honest.
were useless too also. Like you were useless and you had a bad attitude about it.
They were down 30 before halftime.
But it's also like he got out the game really early.
yeah, but you can't.
He was very useless very early in that game. And it was like
you put that
and
on
then
one
he had
person?
then he was pouting on the bench.
You would put that on one person?
I'm not necessarily putting it on one person, but as much as they need him,
I personally would put that on Chris Paul.
on Chris Paul. Why exactly?
Chris Paul and Devin Booker.
So you put it on?
Yes. They're the best two players. They didn't show up.
That's
they didn't
fair.
fix what was
I'm not mad
happening
at
in the
that.
locker room. Like that's why I put that on. But yeah, I'm gonna go Phoenix Suns. They are about to not be as good as they were, close to as good as they were last year.
I feel like it'd be hard for them to be as good.
Well,
I feel
yeah,
like
that's a high bar,
wanting
yes.
them to be as good as they were
That's why I
last
said
year
not as close.
isn't fair
I don't think
expectations
it'd be
because
close.
the West was weird last year to begin with anyway. So it's like, the
In
best
the
teams
East-
winning.
Wait, you want to go West?
I already
you
did.
You
Yeah.
picked my Lakers. You bum.
Trash ass like this.
So in the East, I'm gonna go the New York Knicks.
You don't believe in Brunson?
I do not believe in Brunson.
You don't believe in Cam?
I don't believe in Cam on the Knicks, and that's my son.
Hey, yo, I got
don't
Jerry
believe in
last night.
RJ was it, like 2 nights ago. Actually, I was here. Actually, this was Friday then. When I walked out the door Friday, I
When
saw
you-
your text.
When you saw my text,
He's
I
like,
told
"Oh,
you-
snap."
I told Jerry, I put in the check. Hey, Jerry, Cam Reddick going crazy.
I checked. Yeah, I said, "Oh snap! Let me go look."
Cam Reddick had 2 points. A
He was
mean
like
2
1
points.
for 7. I was like, "Sheesh."
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't trust anybody on that team
Trust that
or
team.
that organization.
You think gonna be just what are they expected to do though? Are they actually like a disappointment?
the way they've been talking to like
I feel like
the
people
hype
I feel like
towards
people
it-
kind of looking at them as like a play-in level team anyway. Like they're looked at as a 9th, 10th seed. Nobody's looking at the Knicks to like do really anything.
I definitely don't. I don't think they even make the
So
play.
they got I don't think anybody be surprised though.
No, but I'm just saying. I
They
think
think
they're
it'd be
going to
even
be
worse than what people even think they are.
Yes, people have them in the play-in. I would assume.
Yeah, that seems decent. Like to be
Yeah,
a 10 seed.
I think they're not making the play-in.
10 seed seems decent. Okay.
Who's your East team? Who's going to fall back?
The Hawks. I've not been.
Wait, how far can they fall? They were 8 seed last
Well,
year,
just
right?
expectations. I think people like.
Oh, okay,
well,
okay,
not
okay,
even
okay.
people
I'm
like
with
you. You're you've been a Murray fan, the DeJounte Murray fan on this pod. You've like mentioned his name as far as you think gonna help a lot. I don't know, man. Something's just weird about that team, man. Like it's just they had that one wild, playoff run. They beat the Sixers in a weird way that's never been done before, coming from behind like 25 points 2 times. And that was like
That was
that
crazy.
just didn't make sense. Sometimes stuff happens in sports. It's like
One
that
off.
was an asterisk. That didn't really make sense. Like they're
One
not that good. And then obviously last season, Trey was bored, obviously. And yeah, they got smoked by a not even healthy Heat team. What's changed besides DeJounte? You
An
think
all-star, that's what I'm thinking.
DeJounte's an all-star?
Yeah, he's an all-star level player.
Fam, making the all-star
Yeah, but
as
he's
an
all-star.
alternate is not an all-star
but
to me.
he's
I will
all-star.
forever stand
You don't
on
think
that.
he's an all-star level player?
I think there's plenty of players that come before him when they talk about that level.
Yeah, but he's in there though. He's in the top.
Sure.
Yeah, there we go.
Sure. He was an alternate after how many people were hurt
No, I'm not
last
saying
year.
because he made the all-star team. I'm just
Like I don't
he's
the
an
the
all-star
all-star
talent.
thing, the alternate when you're an all-star alternate, that should be put on the resume. Fam, you weren't voted in. Like you got in because people were like, "Yeah, I'm good," and people were injured. You weren't the first choice. You
Yeah,
were
but, I
sloppy
mean,
seconds.
you-
Thirds, fourths,
that is
fifths, maybe.
wild.
He wasn't like, what are you talking about? Look at all the people that was hurt last year in the West. DeJounte Murray never makes an all-star team.
Yeah,
If people
but,
are hurt, people decide not to go play. He never would ever. Mike Conley would never make an all-star team. Goran Dragic would never make an all-star team.
Yeah, but you're looking at them compared
But you're
to
not. I
all-time
don't think
greats.
you're not necessarily an all-star. Like you would
No,
never.
that's
Nobody would,
I think that's unfair because their competition is all-time popular greats.
that are better than them.
Yes, they're all-time greats though. Like no matter
Zion
you
isn't an
name the
all-time
player
great yet.
for that position.
But I'm
point
just
guard.
saying, like
His
as far as his
position is
position,
point
he's
guard.
not making the playoffs over like all those other guys. The
all-star team.
no, he's not making those other guys. Those guys are way better than him, like a whole nother level. I
Wait,
think
you
he's
talking
better-
about Zion?
I'm just saying in general, people that were on the All-Star team that weren't on the team last year that he made it on. Like it's a lot of people that are missing from that team that would have been on the All-Star team before him. Like a lot, probably like 6 or 7 guys. He's not on that team.
I think the NBA has a lot of all-star level players. They just won't get that recognition because it's
But yeah,
a limited
just-
amount of spots.
I don't know, man. Just like how I kind of feel about the Nets, as far as like for the Hawks, I've been feeling that way for about 3 seasons now. Because even when they were good, I was like, I'm not really feeling that team. And last year, I was like, they're not that good, and they weren't that good. This year, I'm like, I don't know. So I'm still not right about that team. I like a few players in that team, obviously, but just I don't know. I'm not really feeling it. I don't
Coaching
think
change?
I don't think he's a good coach either. Like really, he's just okay.
I don't think he's that good either. But
Like where did the
I think
Hawks?
they're good
Where are the
enough.
Hawks in the East? What are they? 8 seed, 7 seed?
I think they're top 6.
You sure? Name the top 6 teams.
You got Bucks, Nets.
Are they better? They're not better.
Philly.
Not better.
No, I'm
No, I'm just
listing the
saying.
top
Like I'll
6.
just keep going. Name teams like who are they better than?
What I
this
say?
team?
Bucks, Nets, Sixers, Heat, Celtics, and then you're fighting Cavs, Hawks.
I don't think the Hawks are better than the Raptors. If the Raptors are, I don't think the Hawks are better than that fully healthy Raptors team.
So those 3 will be in the same boat.
I feel like the other 2 teams are better than the Hawks.
Yeah, but I'm saying
I don't feel like they're just flat out not better. I don't think the top.
So they're 6 to 8.
I think they're likely to be 7 to play in like last year than 6 to then
6,
top
7.
Well, it's the way different. That's the difference between 6 and 7 is a big difference because you ain't got to.
Well, that you got to go. Yeah, that part.
Yeah, that's
but
a-
I'm saying,
that's a
I'm
night and
saying
day.
record wise.
Yeah, that matter. That's like
But I'm talking about record wise. That's what we're talking about.
I'm just talking about like better. I think the Raptors and Cavs are for me clearly better teams with more proven players even. Either more talent or more proven players.
The Raptors have more proven players. They have
I mean,
Siakam and
Siakam was in the finals.
Siakam.
Gary Trent's played in a lot of playoff games with the Blazers too. Also, Fred VanVleet finals
I would not
maybe.
call him.
Fred VanVleet's
reliable.
played. Fred VanVleet's played in the finals.
I'll give you Siakam and VanVleet.
OG Anunoby was played on that same team in the finals. He was on that team. Like they have guys. I don't know. Like
Hawks have Collins, Murray. The Hawks' top 3 guys are better than the Raptors' 3 guys. As a collection of teams and the head coach, I understand where you're going.
you sure overall?
Yes. Who's
You
even
think-
close to?
You think
You think Siakam and Trey are close?
it's not about Siakam and Trey? It's about all together.
But as you go down, DeJounte versus VanVleet,
that's pretty close. That's
Collins
right there.
versus who is the third guy in Toronto?
Barnes? Give me Scotty Barnes.
Wait,
Then John Collins? Ask the Hawks. Hey, Hawks. Hey.
yeah,
we have a no. We have no. Hey, Hawks, we have a trade for you. Hey, we're trying to get rid of like Scotty Barnes. Who you want to give us? Who do you want besides trade? Like who you got? Like
They're not giving up
DeJounte?
Murray.
They would trade DeJounte and Collins for Scotty Barnes. What are you talking about, Jerry? And a pick. What are you talking about?
Because of the timeline, career timeline. Not because he's that amazing right now.
He's shown more as far as potential by far, like what
Potential,
those two
yeah,
guys
there
are
you
gonna be.
go. So potential.
And as far as just last year alone, he's as good as John Collins already. Like already.
Okay.
As a defensively, it's not even close. Playmaking is not even close. John Collins can shoot threes. John Collins is a decent finisher, but everything else, Scotty Barnes is just a better player already.
I would take the Hawks 3 over
Alright.
those 3.
We'll see. But yeah, I feel like we've covered everything we wanted to
Everything,
cover.
yeah.
You know, first episode, Flagrant 3 podcast, Mike and Jerry. I didn't yell that time. Feels a little better, doesn't it? All right.
We'll be back.
Thanks for listening, guys, to the Flagrant 3 podcast. You can find us on Flagrant 3 Sports, Instagram, Twitter. Subscribe to us on YouTube, and listen to us on all DSPs everywhere.